Hello there! Before we get started with today's episode, I have a big announcement. Okay, so every time you listen to a new episode of Curious Kids Every Day, that counts as something called a download. Now, how many downloads do you think Curious Kids Every Day has so far? Well, it's getting close to 100,000 downloads, and I wanted to do something really special when it hits 100,000 downloads. So here's what I'm going to do. When Curious Kids Every Day gets to 100,000 downloads, I'm going to launch something called the Curious Kids Club. So to all the grown-ups listening, if you want to know when the Curious Kids Club starts, you can go to supportcuriouskids.com. Okay, on to the episode. Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Are you excited for our last Captain Curious space adventure? Do you remember how many space rocks we've found so far? We've already got the ones from Mercury, Venus, Earth, our moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. That's 9. Our treasure chest has 10 empty slots, each one shaped just right for a space rock. We only need one more. And our rocket ship seems like it knows where we need to go for that last space rock. But we've already explored all the planets in our solar system. Or have we? Okay, close your eyes and imagine we're back inside the rocket ship. We're getting ready to launch. Are you ready? Say it with me. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Here we go, one more time. When we're on this ship, you can call me Captain Curious! Okay, let's check out the Curious container. Maybe one of the items in here will help us locate our space rock. Huh? The Curious container, it's empty. What? How are we gonna find our space rock without the items from the Curious container? I don't even know where we're going today. What is going on? We've already explored all 8 planets in our solar system. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Well, actually, did you know that when I was growing up, there were 9 planets? There was a planet past Neptune called Pluto. But at some point, when I was a kid, they decided it wasn't a planet anymore. They started calling it a dwarf planet. And I was never really sure why. I always wondered what happened to poor little Pluto. Huh? What's that spaceship? Is that where we're going today? Oh, okay, well, maybe today we're gonna solve a mystery. The mystery of why Pluto isn't a planet anymore. And maybe once we solve this mystery, we'll find our final space rock. Are you guys ready? Oh, look out the window. There it is. It's Pluto. Do you see it? It looks like a planet to me. It's round, well, hang on, let me double check. Yeah, it's orbiting the sun. Isn't that all it needs to be a planet? Why isn't it a planet? Maybe if we get out and explore Pluto, we'll learn more. Okay, we're here, finally, a planet. Well, at least a dwarf planet that we can put our feet on. That hasn't happened since Mars. Remember that Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune were all gas, or ice giants. They didn't even have solid surfaces that we could step on. We've just been spending a bunch of time on our spaceship lately. Pluto is covered in different kinds of ice. Not just water ice, but also nitrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide ice. These ices can act a little like snow or frost, depending on the temperature. Pluto has giant mountains made of water ice that are as tall as the Rocky Mountains. Can you imagine you're on Pluto right now and you're looking at water ice mountains that are as tall as the Rocky Mountains? That is amazing. Because Pluto is so cold, water ice here is as hard as rock is on Earth. One of the most famous features of Pluto is a huge, bright, heart-shaped plain of frozen nitrogen called Sputnik Planitia. It's smooth and has almost no craters, which means Pluto's surface is still active and changing. Now, remember I said it was really cold here? Surface temperatures on Pluto average around negative 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not seeing anything that seems very different about Pluto. It seems like a regular planet to me, except it's really small. It's about half the size of Mercury, 1/6 the size of Earth. And you could line up 60 Plutos across Jupiter. Could that be why it's a dwarf planet? Let's keep that clue in our mind while we keep exploring. Maybe it's a piece of the puzzle. Let's get back in the ship and keep going. All right, back inside the ship. Let's get out in space and see if we can find any more clues. Here we go! Wait, what's that? Whoa! What was that? Something just nearly slammed into our ship. It looked like a huge flying piece of ice. That thing was moving fast. Let's fly up and take a look from above. Rocket ship, turn on our ice detector. Let's see if we can find that piece of ice that just flew. Whoa. Take a look at this. Our rocket ship computer is highlighting all the ice below us, and it's a lot. Let's go even higher so we can see the entire solar system. Whoa! All right, we're really high up above the solar system now. Well, would you look at that? It's a huge belt filled with icy rocks and other objects. It's orbiting around the sun. I think this is called the Kuiper Belt. Imagine a giant donut wrapped all the way around the sun. That's the Kuiper Belt. It starts just beyond Neptune, about 30 times farther from the sun than Earth is, and it stretches way, way out. And let me check. Yeah, Pluto is in the Kuiper Belt. Now, instead of sprinkles on this donut, the Kuiper Belt is filled with icy rocks and countless smaller frozen chunks. They're scattered around and not packed close together. Still, we gotta be careful in our spaceship. Even though there may be billions of things in the Kuiper Belt, they're very far apart. If you were standing on Pluto and you looked around, you wouldn't see a crowded asteroid field. The other Kuiper Belt objects would still look like tiny dots of light. Wait, what are those things in the Kuiper Belt? Hang on, those don't look like icy rocks. What else is in the Kuiper Belt? They kind of looks like Pluto. Are those? No way. Guys, look at this. I think those are more planets. Are those other dwarf planets? Let's pick one and go check it out. What about that one? our computer says it's a dwarf planet named Eris. Eris is one of 5 officially recognized dwarf planets in our solar system. It's even further out than Pluto. And the closer we get to Eris, yeah, Eris looks like it's about the same size as Pluto. Computer, when was Eris discovered? Oh, it was discovered in 2005. Wait a minute. That was right around the same time Pluto was reclassified as a dwarf planet when I was a kid. Is there a connection there? Why didn't Eris just get named the 10th planet? Why did both Eris and Pluto get classified as dwarf planets? Did Eris being discovered lead to Pluto being reclassified? I'm not sure we figured this out yet, but I think we're getting closer. Computer, how was Pluto discovered? And the Kuiper Belt. And Eris. Maybe learning more about their discoveries will help us put all the pieces together. Okay, it says Pluto was first discovered in the year 1930. It was just a tiny moving dot in the sky, with no good size measurements yet. It was called the 9th planet. It's so far away that details were very scarce. Then, astronomers, including someone named Gerard Kuiper, proposed that maybe there was a ring of small frozen worlds out past Neptune. But it was only a hypothesis. They didn't know for sure. In 1992, the first confirmed Kuiper Belt object besides Pluto was discovered, and Pluto is now understood to be part of this crowded donut of icy bodies, the Kuiper Belt. It wasn't a lone giant, it was in a belt. Then things got quiet until 2005 when Eris was discovered. Eris is a bit more massive than Pluto, but slightly smaller in diameter. Its discovery made it clear there could be multiple Pluto-like worlds. So, perhaps, when Eris was discovered and they realized that the Kuiper Belt might have many more planets, did they change the definition of what a planet is? And Pluto and Eris and the other Kuiper Belt planets, they didn't qualify? So then, what is a planet? We've been exploring planets for this whole adventure, and we've never actually talked about what a planet is. I know it has to be round. All the planets have been round. And all the planets we've explored orbit the sun, but there must be one more ingredient. What could it be? Well, we know that Pluto and Eris are in the Kuiper Belt, so they share an orbit with a bunch of ice and stuff. Wait. Are any other planets in our solar system sharing an orbit with other space stuff? Let me double check. Computer... No. No, they're not. Maybe that's it. Maybe a planet has to clear its orbit, meaning it's the main boss of its orbit. It has enough gravity to pull in, push out, or absorb smaller space rocks nearby, so nothing else is hanging in its path. Did we solve it? Rocket ship. Are we right? Whoa! I think that means we're right. So where is the final space rock? Rocket ship, where are we going? What? Oh, okay. It wants us to answer some questions about our trip today. It says, true or false? Pluto is covered in many kinds of ice, including nitrogen, methane, and carbon monoxide. That's true. Here's another one. True or false? Pluto is bigger than Earth's moon. That's false. Pluto is smaller than our moon. Oh, two more. True or false? The Kuiper Belt is shaped like a giant donut around the sun. That's true. Okay, one more. True or false? A planet has to orbit the sun, be round, and share its orbit with other space rocks. That's false. It has to orbit the sun, be round, and clear its orbit, not share it. Whoa! Where are we going? Whoa! We made it. But where is it? Where are we? What is this dwarf planet? I've never seen this one before. It must be one of the ones that hasn't been discovered yet. Scientists think that there might be hundreds or thousands of more dwarf planets in the Kuiper Belt. Since we've discovered this one, let's call it Curious. Dwarf planet Curious. Oh, but we need a flag. Hey, will you get a piece of paper and a pencil and draw a Captain Curious flag? That would be amazing. Could you do that for me? Let me know when you're done. Okay, let's see what you came up with. Oh, yes, this is perfect. I'm going to plant this Captain Curious flag right here. I hereby call this planet Dwarf Planet Curious. Huh? Wait, did you hear that? When I put this flag in the ground, there's something. Is that? It's our space rock! Let me break through this ice, hang on! There it is! The space rock, we got it! The 10th space rock! We have all the space rocks! Let's get this back to the treasure chest! It fits! Perfect! That's 10! We've got them all now! Wow! Whew! It was really fun solving a mystery today! I kinda wish we could do that again sometime. Wait, rocket ship, where are you going? We gotta open this treasure chest. Oh, our rocket ship wants to do a flyby of all the planets one more time before our space adventure ends. Okay, here we go. We're passing Neptune, the farthest planet from the sun. Neptune has winds faster than any other planet in the solar system. And there's Uranus. It spins on its side, tilted over by about 98 degrees. It basically just rolls around the sun like a ball. And there's Saturn, famous for its rings. Saturn's rings are made of billions of icy chunks, some as small as pebbles and some as big as mountains. There's Jupiter, the biggest planet. Oh, and there's the giant storm called the Great Red Spot. It's been raging for centuries. Oh, and there's Mars with its large volcanoes. Oh, and there's the imaginary astronaut. Hey, imaginary astronaut.
Hello.
I wonder if we'll ever get to see him again. And there's Earth. Our home planet, the only world we know of with liquid water and life. There's Venus. It's covered in thick clouds that trap heat, making it the hottest planet in our solar system, even hotter than Mercury. Oh, and there Mercury is! Mercury has daytime temperatures hot enough to melt lead and nighttime temperatures colder than Antarctica. There's our sun, the lifeblood of our solar system. Wow. I am amazed by our solar system. I am so glad that we got to spend these last few adventures exploring our section of the universe. I've learned so much about the solar system over the last few adventures, and I'm so glad that you got to learn with me. Okay, are you ready to open this treasure chest? I think it's time. Are you ready? I'm kind of nervous to finally open this thing. What do you think is going to be inside? Well, here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's a magnifying glass. Huh. It's kind of like the kind you'd see a detective carrying around when they're looking for clues. All right, well, this is not quite as cool as the rocket ship we found in our last treasure chest. I've got to be honest. Wait, what's that noise? Hold on a second. The glass on the magnifying glass, I hadn't looked closely at it. This isn't glass at all. It's a portal. But where does it go? Well, there's only one way to find out. You guys ready? Going in. Are you coming too? Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Where is Captain Curious going next? Seems like a mystery if you ask me. I guess you'll just have to keep listening to find out. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out, so until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And for all the grown-ups listening, thank you so much for telling other parents about this show. Please visit CuriousKidsEveryday.com to get a free printable with activity ideas that don't involve screens. Those are the best kinds of adventures to have. That's CuriousKidsEveryday.com. See you tomorrow.